Do you want to get better grades so you can one day go to a school like Stanford University? Well, in this video, I traveled to the top universities in the world, including MIT, UCLA, UC Berkeley, and of course, Stanford University, in order to find the most effective study tips. And I just want to warn you, these tips are not the average BS you see on YouTube because they're very advanced and extremely practical.
There's something which I always followed. Learn when you're in class, do not postpone. That would be my advice. Try focus, and when you're in class, do your work.
Do you review materials right after class too?
Yes.
Right after class?
Right, yes. That really cuts down time. So if you just flip through the pages immediately after class, that makes it a lot more easier when you go back and then review your notes. It makes more sense rather than being completely lost and spending another 4 to 5 hours just trying to make sense of what you wrote down.
One thing that I used to do that I haven't done in a while that really helped was when I had a lot of terms that I had to know, I would read out the terms that I wrote down and I would record it on my phone. And on my walks to class or anywhere, I would just play it and listen to it.
Oh, you record the term and then you record the definition?
Yeah.
And then you just listen
to it because when I'm walking, I'm not really doing anything.
Kind of like your own audiobook.
Exactly,
I like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of embarrassing to listen to your own voice.
Did it help?
It helped, yeah, definitely.
That's a good memorization trick, actually.
I would say talking to all of your professors or your TAs, so that way that they know you and they know that you're serious about the class. Because I remember I had a couple classes I was struggling in. I was just telling the professor, I just need to get a B. I just need to pass. So can you work with me? And so they were very accommodating. They told me what to do in order to stay on top of my studies and stuff like that. Talk to your professors and your TAs as soon as possible.
Yeah, go to the office hours.
Exactly, that's huge, that's huge.
You have to plan out your schedule. You have to know what you're doing at every second of the day. Before in high school, it's if you had 30 minutes, you wouldn't even think about studying. You would probably just watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, probably.
But then in college, those 30 minutes, even just 5 pages of reading matters so much, especially when you have to read 200 pages a day or 2 books a week.
Especially when you have breaks in between classes, you need to take advantage of those.
I love flashcards. It's very basic, but I love flashcards, so I always like to make them on my phone as well. There's some apps that you can use, and I always use the spaced repetition system.
Oh, I get it. I've actually tried this out before. So you basically get all the cards, go over it, and then the app knows which one you answer correctly and which ones you don't. And the ones you answer correctly, you don't get that again for a long time. But the ones you answer incorrectly, you get that repeatedly, right?
Exactly.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Habit. So having a schedule and a routine. Having something where it's okay, I know I wake up at this time every day. I know I get to the library and do this. I have my set routine and this is how I go about it. And also balancing it with a healthy lifestyle. That's also part of habit, right? I know I go to the gym every day, or I know I do this. And that's really important for maintaining balance because it's easy to get so focused on I gotta cram, and then you're only in the library and you're not seeing friends and everything goes all out of whack,
And another thing is you need to take care of yourself. Everyone kind of comes in with the stigma that college is gonna be so hard and that you have to pull all-nighters every single day. But a big key in college is taking care of yourself. Sleeping and even therapy or meditation is probably the most essential thing as a college student because college isn't really meant to be just learning and then staying up all night and completing assignments. It's also to get the college experience. And,
exactly, yeah. Sleeping is the #1 drug for productivity.
Yeah.
Knowing when you work better, if you work better with people around you, if you work better completely isolated with no distractions, kind of knowing and figuring out which setting works best for you.
Internalizing the information that you see in the textbook. I would not only read it, but do active reading. I would put in post-its, and I always have things to write notes with. Always going back and forth and really trying to understand the information instead of memorizing, which is something that my professors are really emphasizing this year as well. I think that really helped me understand the information and actually find it interesting rather than just trying to memorize it.
Active reading, I like that.
Yeah, I would say don't wait till the last minute, but sometimes the last minute can create your best, results. It really just depends on the person. I'm not a last minute person.
I get motivated when the deadline's coming up.
Okay, so you're one of those night before people.
Well, not night before, maybe 3.
Okay.
I'm the biggest procrastinator in the world. Study for every test night before. But I will say repetition is key. That's how I succeed always.
Repetition, like how? Do you like just...
Like, for example, for like calc exams, like a lot of my friends wouldn't do the homework problems over again, but I'd do it like 3 times the night before, and I'd walk in the test, just feel completely prepared, all confident, you know, no like fear about questions.
Damn. The night before, eh?
Talk to older students, people who've taken the class before. That is huge. I didn't even do that until like junior year, where I was like, hey, you've taken this class before. Can you like give me some tips, or how should I best go about this class? Because high school was kind of standardized, right? It's like you know how it works.
Yeah.
Teacher does this, they put it on the board, whatever's gonna be on the board is on the test, you just write it out, whatever. College is so different because professors make their own classes. And so each professor is gonna have their own preferences, their own style, their own way of doing things. And you're never gonna know unless you ask them. That's just how it is.
And I have one more very effective study tip for you. Whenever I review for a test, before I do anything, I always create an outline of all the things I need to learn. This will help you organize the knowledge in your head, and it will give you a sense of progress as you're studying along. But when you're learning a new subject, creating this outline is really hard. So that's why I got Brilliant.org to sponsor today's video. Brilliant.org is a problem-solving website that teaches you math, science, and computer science, which is really key nowadays. On Brilliant, you're not just memorizing things. Instead, you actively learn the concepts by applying them to problems. They break up big concepts into bite-sized chunks and show you the thinking process, which is essential if you want to learn faster. To better understand math, science, computer science, go to brilliant.org/Hafu to sign up for free. Plus, they're going to give you the Hafu University Scholarship. The first 200 people to sign up using the link in the description will get 20% off their annual premium subscription. So what are you waiting for? Go check it out. My name is Hafu Guo. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Study hard.